A fire exchange on Capitol Hill yesterday leading to calls of sexism from some. Democratic Senator Kamala Harris was interrupted during her own very persistent questioning of the Attorney General, something that has happened quite a few times recently. Take a look.
Sir, I'm not asking about the principle. I'm asking when you
would
be asked these questions, the majority of questions have been
Chairman, the witness should
answered.
be allowed to answer the question.
He has the full independence that is authorized by those regulations. And
Are
Senator,
you willing to do as has been done before?
Would the senator suspend?
So are you aware that there are local law enforcement?
Finish once before you interrupt me?
Sir, with all due respect.
With all due respect, Senator.
When they're
Let me
instructed.
finish once,
Excuse
Senator.
me, I'm asking the questions.
But I'm trying to answer the question.
You get the idea. Senator Harris now using those moments to fundraise, tweeting, quote, "The women of the United States Senate will not be silenced when seeking the truth. Fight back," she says. A link to this fundraising page accompanies that tweet. Here now, Representative Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee and Jessica Tarlov, Democratic pollster and Fox News contributor. Ladies, welcome. Great to see both of you. Great to have you in New York.
Yeah.
Sexism? Is that what's happening here, Marsha?
I don't think so. I think you have to look at it and say, could it have been construed as disrespectful? Maybe. We all know when you're doing questioning, you're on the clock, and there are many of us that want to get 10 minutes worth of questions in on 5 minutes, and we try to push through those. But it is appropriate to give those that you're questioning, the witnesses, time to respond. So I wouldn't call it sexism. I tell you, Martha, if every time I had been disrespected or felt that I'd been condescended to or diminished in some way, I would never have completed a conversation or gotten a bill passed or gotten a message out. So,
you know, when you look at those exchanges, was it wrong for Senator McCain and then Chairman Burr to say, you need to let him answer? What's wrong with that?
He actually did have the opportunity to answer. The problem here was actually that the Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, was not prepared for that question, which I thought was patently absurd. I mean, when you are defending your, quote, executive privilege with a DOJ policy that you can't even cite, you can't even say whether your staff knows about it, it shows that you just weren't ready.
Confidentiality with the president.
Right, but
she didn't like that, but that's what he was citing. It's been cited by many people in the past, including Jake Lew of the Obama administration, who cited
confidentiality. It's not a partisan issue. If you are the Attorney General and you're saying there is a specific DOJ policy and then you can't cite what it is, I think that any senator, male, female, has the right
That's exactly what bothers me about this whole argument. Male, female, you know, there's so much in this country now about, you know, we don't want anything to be gender, right? But as soon as someone gets pushed back, their gut place to go often is, oh, now I'm being punished because I'm a woman. Give me a break.
I think Senator A.G. Sessions was prepared for yesterday. I think that Senator Harris continued to go after one specific thing.
It's a pretty big thing, though. I mean,
yeah, but you're arguing the substance of what was talked about. I'm asking, is this sexism? She's fundraising on the fact that she was attacked because she was a woman.
It is not sexism.
There is more to it than that. It is not
sexism. It is a partisan debate. Yes. Was the line of questioning partisan? Of course it was.
Do you think, having spent a lot of time on Capitol Hill, that if a man were badgering, which some would call the way that that exchange was going, because there's a record of them, and we just showed all three, do you think he would be admonished?
I don't know if there would be admonishment, but what
then
you
how
do
is it not
after
sexism?
a while, what you
Congresswoman,
after a while. No, it is not sexism.
But if a man wouldn't have been treated the same way, how is it not sexism? What about Ron Wyden? What about Martin Heinrich? They went so hard at the witnesses.
Look at all of the different entities and the examples that were shown. Would you say they are sexism? No. If a chairman feels like that it is over the line, of course, they're going to call it in.
Let's take this moment between Senator McCain and Chairman Menendez from a while back. Let's play that.
Let the record show, Mr. Chairman, that the witness would not answer a question. Now,
I would let the record reflect that the witness answered the question as he did.
Excuse me, he would not answer either in the affirmative or the negative.
I mean, I would understand, Jessica, if she was saying, don't cut me off. I'm a senator. I have the right to answer my question.
Well, she did in the exchange last week.
Okay, but we went right to the, Elizabeth Warren fundraising, comparison, which I just find, as a woman, honestly, I find that argument offensive.
I understand that, and I do take that point. I think this is an important conversation to be having on both sides here. I would return to what I originally said, which is in this line of questioning, there is a strong argument to be made that Senator Ron Wyden actually went harder at AG Sessions. No one said anything. Kamala Harris cut off the second time, as we've shown.
Maybe because in the past couple of weeks she's done this 3 times, not letting somebody ask a question.
But this is because there is a history of her going after.
Kamala Harris has barely been in the Senate. I mean, she is a newcomer to this, and she is a prosecutor, and her voice is valuable.
But let me tell you something. In the course of the day, and as we look at civility and discourse, what we all need to take from this is that it is important for us to realize that in those chambers, in the House and in the Senate, we have a responsibility to abide by the rules and the decorum of the House and the Senate. And I think that that's an important. Now, I will say maybe Kamala Harris did not know that they were doing a fundraising letter on this. I don't know.
I believe it came from her folks.
I think she'd be happy to fundraise off of it. And after what happened to Elizabeth Warren in February, with the nevertheless she persisted issue with Mitch McConnell, I think that it's smart. I would also add that this is not an isolated incident that happens only to women in the Senate. We know, for instance, I looked it up, that male Supreme Court justices are 3 times more likely to interrupt women.
I got to interrupt 2 women right now because I got to go. Thank you very much, you guys.